Sagittarius. This is your Tarot forecast for December 2015. Starting off the month here, there is a female that somehow, on some level, seems to take on precedence and focus. It has to do with getting something done. So maybe she's going to come in with some guidance or some help, assistance, or whatnot. This could very well be a client or a coworker. However, though, it looks like it has to do with a situation where several people might seem to be involved. Could be a teamwork, or something there that needs to find a solution. And the solution is all about now finding this final end to whatever this process may be. So you're a part of this, and it's starting off just the very first couple of days. And then I'm seeing that you're moving into a place now where something is coming to the surface. And what is that? Well, I feel there's a revelation or something being brought to your attention, which has to do with money, income, your financial situation. It might even be a little surprising, maybe a little unexpected, perhaps. But I feel it's a good surprise, not a negative one. And it may allow you to take on or steer towards a new direction and take some action upon something that maybe you've been wanting to do earlier, but now you have the means. If you're having a talk or a presentation or something that you need now to voice, this would be a time for it, but I wouldn't really do it before, say mid-month onwards, just because it looks like there might still be some area where you haven't really got all the details quite yet. I see you have a drive. I see you have a passion. I see you have a vision, and feeling that this is actually something that could become to be a game changer for you. But I'd like to say second half of the month is better than the first half of the month. And so once you have that whole concept packaged, that's when you should go out with it. And in fact, I feel for quite a few of you Sagittarians that there is something now that's brewing, and whatever it is, it may hold not just a good promise, but actually it could be very well a profitable promise for you as well. Because when I look into the area of your career, I feel there's a partnership that might come into being, and it is a partnership that could be good for you. There's new beginnings there. In fact, there's 3 areas in your reading here for this month that could indicate and all point towards new beginnings. One is on an intellectual level, intellectual action level, that is. The second one is on a financial level, and here is a male person that could come in and be quite supportive as far as what it is you're going to be bringing to him. So that's probably one of the people, at least, that you might be giving a presentation to, and it feels like this person might become very interested. The third new beginning is all what is going to be touching you emotionally as a consequence from this. So I see happiness and joy, and where you're feeling that it's great to have this kind of a wave to ride, as if now it's the time to surf this wave. You've been looking for it. And it is great to have a break, because I know some of you have really had some difficult times there with the aspects that you've been going through astrologically. But this is the Tarot, and it's totally different. But this is why I love it, because you can see how the one aspect really supports the other. And so here the cards are now showing up. Back to this man. I feel he's somebody who's got a good business head, and yet he's also somebody who's quite creative. And so when he listens to you and what it is you're wanting to present, I see that his mind is going to go off like tick, 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 like this. And he's able to see the creative aspect of how not only is the idea good, but how it can branch off to many different spin-offs, to many different new levels. Now, you have great support here from a female. This could be a very close girlfriend. It could be a sister. For you men, this could very well be your significant other. And I'm feeling that the two of you this month can really cook up something that is interesting. I see how you're bouncing off one another with back-to-back ideas that actually are rooting, I think, in the new things that are coming to the surface, but there's strength around you. There's strength, there's joy, and there's also this feeling of that security is coming into the picture. And so it's all a money thing too, though, because there is some money here that you know is coming. Then there's some money here which is on the fence. And then the third potential of money is something that could be future potential, but which is not in the picture yet, and don't expect it. That is something that can come later on down the road in 2016. There is travel here for quite a few of you, and I feel that those travels will go really well, but I am also seeing a little delay here, and perhaps this might be for some of you getting a little bit closer there towards perhaps the holidays, and I hope you're not going to have to have delays at the airports, but the travel is going to go good. It's going to go well. It's just be a little patient if that is going to hold you up. But here we go. There is now some alteration or change, and I feel it's anticipated, though, as if you here, Sagittarius, have been looking at where you've been, what you've been doing, what you've been accomplishing or not. This has to do with the area of acquaintances, perhaps friendships, and maybe also even connected to your hopes and dreams. And when I look into that area for the past, it looks like there has been challenges. We can, in fact, probably go back last 3 to 5 years for some of you, where this longing, this drive has been there. And I feel you've done everything that you could or should be doing, and yet still it hasn't really come together. But you have been strong, and I see endurance around you, and I also see how you're still able to navigate towards hope and strength in the future, which is good, because I believe from what I'm seeing is that there could be a change up of that now, that things are going to start relenting and opening up for you. And I'm quite excited, whatever it is that you're cooking up here, because the potential is at least good. It still doesn't promise necessarily the full outcome, at least yet, because it looks fresh. We're actually only looking at the beginning of something new. And of course, every new beginning needs to go through its growth phases, right? Where it will be tested and then expanded and then tested again. But at least it looks good here for the beginning. Then here for you, there is a female. This female is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so it must be some acquaintance or somebody close by, maybe in the close community here. It could be a neighbor, for example. But this woman here, she's showing up here with her home and family, and maybe there's an extension here, perhaps even an invitation could be as well. And so this is looking good. There's plans for a longer trip coming up that is not quite yet. But before you actually embark upon this trip, I feel work-wise, you've been putting something now together. This could correlate with what we already have spoken about, but it's like you're wanting to get heads up on it and get a certain distance into it before I see that you're going to take this whatever planned journey later on. Now, here is a bank man, a financial man, or advisor. He could actually be quite helpful as far as what it is that you're going to be doing here coming up. And so whatever changes now are at hand, here's the key, opening up. There's not really much of things to worry about this month. Though I do see busyness, I see interaction here, and you needing to take on some lead role. But I feel for you, Sagittarius, this lead role the power that you hold in your hand and with the integrity that you also hold will be what will bring things to a conclusion. So, and it is holidays, so I wish you the very, very best with family, and may this just be a very joyful season for you all. So many, many blessings to you, and thank you for following here in 2015, and I'll see you next year.